Hey, yo, what up, though, fellas? Back at it again with another video, because you know we improving every day. The presence of a beautiful woman will expose who you really are, either for better or for worse. Let me repeat that one more time. The presence of a beautiful woman will expose who you really are, either for better or for worse. You know, it's very easy to demonstrate a certain kind of behavior on YouTube or on Instagram or on, any social media. It's very easy to talk that talk. It's very easy to believe that the presence of a beautiful woman won't faze you. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to trick yourself into believing that, even if it's not true. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this as a bad thing. I'm saying this as a wake-up call for some guys. I think a lot of guys get so caught up into the content, which is good that you're trying to learn, but a lot of guys get so caught up into a lot of this content in this corner of YouTube that they start to almost in a way try to take on the personas of the content creators in which they listen to. They try to take on the personality traits. They try to take on the behavior, the persona, how that content creator talks about women and says he behaves around women and teaches how to behave around women or whatever he's teaching. The listeners sometimes try to adopt that mindset, try to adopt those behaviors. You know what I'm saying? And then they run with it. They know the sayings, they know the phrases, they know the terms, they know the lingo. You know what I'm saying? They know all the popular things to say, so they're easily repeated. But then when that person, when that guy, whether he's a young man or, a grown man, when he gets in the presence of that beautiful woman, then that's really going to test, where he really is with this. Is he really walking the talk that he talks? Is he really about that life that he's talking? Is he really, whatever he proclaims to be, whether it's an alpha male or a high value man or a select, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this from a place of judgment. I'm saying this from a reality check standpoint. I'm hoping, I hope and wish that, all y'all who talk the talk in the comment sections or talk the talk in the live streams or, can talk the talk on Instagram or whatever, are actually walking that talk in real life. I want that for all of y'all. But for a lot of guys, that's not the case. They get around a pretty woman or a beautiful woman, or they get around a fat ass, or they get around some nice titties. You know what I'm saying? God forbid, all three on one female. And everything that dude listened to, everything he thought he learned, everything that he says in the live streams or in the comments, or everything he says on his Instagram stories or whatever the case may be, what he says to his friends, all that went out the window. You know what I'm saying? All of that, I ain't no simp, or all of that, I'm an alpha male, or all of that, I'm a high value male. All that went out the window. You feel me? Soon as not even having to talk to the woman, but the presence of her being around. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. We all know as fellas, if you got a group of your homeboys, a female in the room is going to shift the energy. Now, it's either going to shift it a little bit or it could shift it a lot. If everybody up on their own game, everybody's comfortable with being authentic with who they are around women, then it's barely gonna change the energy. It might change a little bit, because as men, that's how we are biologically. We behave differently around women than we do with men to a certain degree. It's biological, but it'll change a lot if dudes act one way with the fellas and then they act a whole different way around the ladies. You know what I'm saying? They trying to be Stefan or Kel when they around the homies. You know, they trying to come off hella cool, hella smooth. You know, they pull all the chicks, they bag all the ladies. You know, they be spitting that rap. But then as soon as a lady come around, they turn into Steve Urkel. You feel me? That's how some dudes are. And you need to recognize that within yourself. You know, it's okay if that's the case. You know, it's okay because I know it's common and I know it happens. I know it happens. But you need to recognize it in yourself so that you can fix it. You know what I'm saying? If you recognize that when you get around a pretty woman or a beautiful woman that you getting kind of nervous, you know, your palms start sweating, or out of nowhere, like, you know, you don't want to say nothing because you afraid of saying the wrong thing. If you notice them things, you know, address it. You know, recognize it and address it, fix it. You know, ask yourself, why are you getting nervous around this female? Why are your palms sweating around this female? You know, why are you overthinking what comes out of your mouth around this female? You know, because it happens to all of us. You know, some of us grew out of it when we was young. You know, some guys don't grow out of it till they get older, but you have to recognize it in yourself in order to fix it. You can't just hide it forever. You can't just lie to yourself forever. You can't lie to your content creators and your homeboys forever. Because your true self as a man will be revealed when a chick that's your type come around. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this ain't even talking to her. This is just her being in the presence. You know, you might have been, y'all know, like the feeling of like maybe middle school or even high school, maybe, where, you know, you might have had one class with this bad chick that you thought was just, you know, the coldest female in the whole school or whatever. And when you go in that class, you know, just being around her, just knowing that you was in the presence made you feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes carry that feeling all the way up until they get older, you know, grown adults. You know, really pedestalizing that really pedestalizing the female. You know what I'm saying? She ain't nothing but a woman. She ain't nothing but a woman. But sometimes our bodies just react in certain ways because our body is going to reflect what our mind thinks and believes. So if we're not fully confident with ladies, if we are not confident in our authentic self, our body is going to emulate that thought, those feelings, those beliefs. That's why you start getting nervous. That's why you start getting anxious. It's not something you should ignore. It's not something you should ignore, man. Something you need to acknowledge. Something you need to acknowledge. And that's with anything in life, man. That's like me, right? For a long time, I was hella scared of roller coasters. Not even scared, but you know, they would make me nervous, so I wouldn't ride them. But I would tell myself that it was because, I didn't like the way the stomach drop feel. You know, or something funny like that. I would just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, one day, went to the amusement park, hopped on hella rides. Because I acknowledged the fact that, okay, yeah, I actually am scared of roller coasters. They do make me nervous. They do make me feel anxious. I recognized the feeling. I acknowledged it. And I did whatever I could to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was just shock treatment. That was just saying, you know what? I know I'm scared, but I'm about to get on this anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was for me. For you, if it's with women, you know, recognize that you getting nervous and you getting anxious, and they low key make you afraid. You know, they make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Recognize that. Because you can't lie to yourself forever. You can't lie to everybody else forever. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing that could happen, is, you know, a beautiful chick come around you. You know, when you've been telling your homeboys you was this Mac, and then they get to see you in action. And then you got to make up a lie or something talking about, I'm just chilling right now. Knowing good and well you want to get up and talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm going to end this right here, bro. The moral of this video is you can't lie to yourself for too long. You can't lie to yourself forever, bro. You know, if you walk that talk, I support you, bro. We all gotta walk our talk, man. We all have to practice what we preach, so to speak. You feel me? You don't want to be one dude in the comment sections, or one dude in front of your homeboys, or one dude on social media, and then in real life, you get exposed for somebody else. You get exposed for somebody else, man. So that's the topic for today, man. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.